Hello all and welcome, and I'm MGTOW Philosopher. And it is that time again. It is time for my replies to your hate comments. Number 7. Yes, the time has come again. Be happy. I know I am. This is probably my favorite video to make. And it's something I need to start doing every week, actually, because I thought that hate comments were down, but they seem to be at an all-time high. I already filled up the necessary amount of space and then some, and I still have 3 days more hate comments, comments period, to review, to search for hate comments. So I need to start doing this on a weekly basis because, yeah, it seems like hate comments are good. Hate comments are up, which is good, which is very good. Yes, makes me very happy to see that. So it means I'm actually having an effect. So these comments will go from oldest to newest. And let's start with number 1 from someone named AA for Shaw. And my video are all women like that, which, by the way, they are. The MGTOW philosopher hasn't had an original thought in his head since birth. I love it. So we start off with some Frankfurt School critical theory. No arguments, just character attacks, ad hominems. Awesome. First of all, he has completely ripped off of Tom Leykis' material. Well, I was a student of Tom Leykis. I was a very good student. And now I'm a professor, baby. You don't like that? Kiss my motherfucking ass. And wrapped it all in a not-so-pretty Bill Burr bow. This gets on my nerves so much because this gets on my nerves because, honestly, I am not that familiar with Bill Burr's work. The only reason I looked into him is because people were saying, you sound like Bill Burr. No, you pinhead. I didn't rip off anything from Bill Burr. I've never even seen one of his comedy shows, you idiot. And has falsely presented it to his own. It is my own, you moron. You see, this is the interesting thing about stupid people. They can't imagine original thoughts because they've never had one themselves. And they also can't imagine that two people could have come to the same conclusion but never spoken. Oh my, yeah. Could you imagine somebody came to the conclusion that 2 + 2 = 4 without being told by somebody else 2 + 2 = 4? Oh, I see. Or that something's obviously true and lots of people see it without having to communicate it to each other. He's never heard the wisdom is universal saying, I suppose. He's a hack. He's not even BASF. I don't even know what that means, pal. He doesn't make the philosophies that he spouts. He makes them worse. All you did was say I sound like Tom Leykis, which is a compliment. Say that I'm ripping off Bill Burr when I haven't ripped anything off from Bill Burr. So actually, that's a compliment, too. So you're saying I'm comparable to a guy that, from what I understand, is a pretty brilliant comedian. Good. You've complimented me. Thank you, moron. Next, from Ed Bowndes. What? B-O-W-N-D-S. Where's the vowel between the W and the N? Bounds. I guess he typed it wrong, maybe. Wait a second. He typed it. Oh, this is weird. It's automatically stamped. I guess he typed his own name wrong when he signed up for a YouTube account. Okay. And my video, YouTube hiding my content. I was all aboard till every sentence was MGTOW, MGTOW, MGTOW. Hey, dummy. Are you aware there's a MGTOW channel? Are you aware that the name of my channel is MGTOW Philosopher? Are you aware that just about every MGTOW channel, the word MGTOW is in the title, and they talk about MGTOW subjects? What did you expect? Feminism? Feminism, feminism, feminism. Is everything to be about feminism? MGTOW was invented by the homos who aren't happy with other homos. What? Please support that ad hominem with some kind of argument. Oh, no support. Okay. Are you a straight MGTOW who thinks I'm wrong? Wrong about what? You didn't offer an argument. All you did was throw out an ad hominem. Oh, are we wrong that MGTOW was invented by the homos who weren't happy with other homos? Yeah, I disagree with you there. Most MGTOWs ain't homos. You idiot. They want the straight guys that homos crave to hate women for homo reasons. That doesn't make sense. What does that mean? I don't understand that. They want straight guys. Wait, homos crave straight guys so they want them to hate women so that they'll go homo. You do understand that being homo is largely believed to be genetic, don't you? And not environmentally based. So how could I go homo if I'm like not homo? You idiot. You're clearly a leftist. You think that one person can choose to be something else. I want to be a woman, so presto, I'm a woman. I want to be a VW bug, so presto, I'm a VW bug. You're an idiot. What a moron. Are you a straight MGTOW thinks I'm wrong? Not for long. Not if you're actually hetero. These MGTOWs will send you your gaydar through the wall. You mean the roof? You idiot. You can't even use these sayings correctly. And you'll do what I'm doing this very second. Uh-huh. Senseless comment, but good for a little entertainment. Next comment from a Gravig75. What do you expect from a guy who can't type his own name right? From a Gavig75 in my video, Why Women Invade Male Spaces. This guy is a crack up. Too bad there wasn't any more people definitively subscribing. Hey, pal. People are subscribing to my channel. Quite a few, especially for a new channel. Are you aware that my channel has only been around like 4 months and I already have almost 7,000 subscribers? That's quite good, actually, for a new channel. Hell, that's a lot more subscribers than a lot of people who have been on YouTube for years have. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about, buddy. Next comment. Yeah, nice. Yeah, by the way, Gavin, nice attempt at a backhanded compliment, you meathead. Next comment by a pink lady who's been all over my channels and is a classic troll. Why women invade male spaces. Is it any different for MGTOWs to invade women's space? Yeah, it is, because we don't do it very often. There are some rabid MGTOW guys that love to go to female chat rooms and, bother them and go to female feminist channels and bother them, but by and large, most don't. Yeah. We have no interest in your spaces. You're boring. Women are boring. You have nothing worth of any interest to say. Talk about nails, hair, and the cock size of the guy you last fucked and what he did in bed. Women love to talk about shit like that. That doesn't interest us. We don't give a shit what you have to say. I see there are comments under videos by feminists and wigtows. Wigtow. That's such a joke. That's like saying people are giving me free money and I'm walking away from it. That makes you a moron. What a wigtow. Give me a break. There are lots of MGTOWs comments there. Double standards. Lots of MGTOW comments. It's the same handful of people commenting again and again. If you look by and and by the way, this is online, you know. Women just go to male spaces everywhere and invade. Men don't do that. We could give a shit. Do they have mommy issues for being there? Believe me, not many guys compared to women are invading the opposite sex's spaces. Were they raised that mothers in their lives? A lot of guys were. And those are your mangina, cuck, simp, white knights who talk about men having periods. Oy vey. Next comment from Pink Lady again. God, why women invade male spaces? You must have a lot of free time on your hands, honey. Little boy, are you trying to mimic angry MGTOW and temper? What is it? It just seems like you got a lot of interest in MGTOW guys or something. Do you have a boyfriend? What's your husband's name, honey? What's your husband's name? I'd bet dollars to donuts that you don't have a husband, a boyfriend, or anything. That's what I would bet. And you're going to MGTOW spaces because you're insecure and you feel lonely and want to get validation and getting attention from guys who claim to not want to have anything to do with women and who really, by and large, don't want to have anything to do with women, really ups your self-esteem. Child, you need to spend more time on your school books than play games. Child? Who the fuck is she talking to? I know, I may have a youthful, I guess my voice is youthful or something, you fucking idiot. And you can only trust a woman to judge age based on voice because no logic, no reason, as if voices somehow have an age attached to them. What a fucking moron. I'm pretty old, honey. What the fuck you talking about? I'm in my 5th decade of life, you idiot. YouTube is a waste of time. Better read school books. When you go to university, don't choose worthless subjects like men's studies, which won't guarantee you a career. Men's studies? There's no such thing as men's studies courses, you idiot. They were all women's studies courses, you moron. Next comment from a barrel tapper on my video. Are all women like that? Yeah, and again, they are. I just spent hundreds of hours writing and doing other things because it needs to be done. I don't monetize my stuff. It demeans. So we have another Christian, altruistic, leftist dummy who, and by the way, it's always people like who can't make money say that it's demeaning to make money. Hey, honey, what do you think motivates people in this world, huh? Do you think I go out and work because I like working? I think I go out and work and slave away to make a good living because I enjoy it. No, I do it because I need to put a roof over my head. I need to pay bills, and that's everything I do. There are some things I do because I enjoy them, but I don't give services to other people for free. I do it because I make money, and the more money I make, the more incentivized I am. By the way, barrel tapper, that's the real world, you dumb motherfucker. Everybody's working for money. What are you, a communist or something? You stupid motherfucker. Everybody works for fucking money. I hate it when people like this tell me, they try to demean me and condescend to me because I want to make money doing my channel on YouTube. You dumb cunt. What do you think most of the people are here for anyway? And by the way, I guarantee you that the majority of people on YouTube that don't make money would love to be making money, and they're the ones that say, oh, it's demeaning to make money on YouTube because you can't, you loser. Nobody wants to watch your content, so fuck off, you fucking communist simp, you. Next comment from a Trisha D. Kuiper. Oh, we got another troll here. Yeah. On my video, are all women like that? Live free or die. Are you real? Seems like you've lost all touch with reality. They have nice, cozy places for people like you. I wouldn't mind living in a place that was all padded. That'd be pretty cool, interesting. Padded floor, padded walls. I could hop around. I could literally bounce off the walls. It'd be great for kids. You are the lunatic fringe. Try communicating your cause in a calmer, intelligent, articulate, reasonable, realistic, logical. Oh, that's a lot of fucking adjectives, honey. Quite a few too many, actually. You can't write worth a goddamn. Understandable and less hysterical manner. What did I count? 7 or 8 adjectives? What the fuck, lady? And less hysterical manner, more people might actually get your true message, but I don't think that will happen here, so good luck with your miserable little boys club. It's not a club, you dummy. It's not a club because it has no members, you idiot. How can it be a club if it doesn't exist as an organization? You pinhead, you. You're so hateful, foul-mouthed, obnoxious, arrogant. Wow, half this is fucking adjectives. That's stupid people use lots of adjectives to try and sound intelligent. Have you noticed that? And ignorant. That is really hard to feel anything but gratitude that I don't actually know anyone like you. Well, that's unfortunate for you. You must be an intelligent people. Poor little crybabies. You should go home to your mommies. My mommy's dead, you idiot. They probably can't stand you either. I love it! I fucking love it! All the hot homonyms make me laugh my ass off. My husband just told me to stop wasting my time on you losers. Well, he's a cuck, pussy, simp, and you must be the one wearing the pants in that family. I would be very scared to be in a relationship with a chick like you. Clearly his balls are in a jar on the mantelpiece titled Wife's Property. He's a good, decent man, and I think he will heed his good advice. All right, yeah, he's a good, decent man. You know what that means? He's a pussy. That does whatever I say. And when it comes to compromise, it means he does whatever I say. And so I'm happy with him because he's a pussy wimp loser. And I can't handle a real man who would have a will and would actually fucking control me and tell me to go fuck myself when I tell him, you do this or else. Fuck off. There's the door, honey. That's what you need, but you couldn't handle it. So go fuck yourself, you fatty. Next comment also. And by the way, Trisha, you should try watching some of my other videos. I'm very calm, cool, and demure in those videos. I make 2 or 3 of those a week, which are just purely straight subject, topic commentaries where I give my views on a specific topic. So you clearly are selective in what videos you choose to watch. And another comment from, oy vey, Trisha D. Kuiper again. Well, she's a raving lunatic feminazi. Ay, ay, ay. Live free or die. Wow. You don't know anything about me. Like most of your tirades, you're just being reactionary and defensive, and you express yourself in a foul and vile manner. You let some bitch scramble your brain. Now all women are the enemy. I think she's replying to somebody else now. The last comment was to me. This is to someone else. I guess the name was Live Free or Die. But I'm going to answer as if she was talking to me. Women are not. What women are? Oh, women are the enemy. Definitely women are the enemy. No question, you dummy. Pathetic. I'm not a feminist. Sure you are. You're a woman, aren't you? You live in the West, don't you? Well, you're a feminist. You're a de facto feminist. You just don't call yourself a feminist. So what? I could call myself a woman. That doesn't make me a woman. I'm still a man. You can say you're not a feminist, but you are. I'm not a feminist, but you are definitely a poor example of what a man should be. Right, and you look to your pussy husband as what a man should be. Yeah, okay. Grow the hell up and get over yourself. Another from Trisha D. Kuiper. And the same video, all women like that. I don't think so. Look at yourselves. Triggered, pissed off, obsessed, scared. She's referring to MGTOWs. Unable to keep up with intelligent conversation. Hateful, immature imbeciles with vagina envy. Are you kidding me? Those vaginas get stretched out. They stink. They require all sorts of maintenance and gels and all this weird ointments and shit I got to put up in them. I got to worry about yeast infections. I got to worry about getting all abraded down there, and it's, you know, getting wet and too sweaty, and and the smell, and then once a month I'm getting all moody and all this shit and bleeding all over the place. And as I get older, men are going to want me less if I'm a woman because that vagina gets stretched out. I'm going to pass. There's menopause, too, and you start to grow a mustache. That's real fun. Not if you're a woman, of course. No, thank you. No vagina envy here, but you definitely have penis envy going by how you act like a man and you sound like a man, and I can't believe you have a husband, and I think that's made up. Another one from Trisha D. Hyper. Oh my God, she's very prolific on my channel. MGTOW Philosopher. Oh boy, can't wait. All you waltz better tune in. This ought to be very informative. Although most women have better things to do than listen to a bunch of whiny-ass grown men spout stupid shit about women being so mean to them. Clearly you don't have anything better to do. You're here on my channel trying to talk down and condescend to me, and you're listening and tuning into my videos. Who's tuning into you and listening to you? You're my audience, honey. I'm not your audience, so don't come here and try to talk down to me. And by the way, you're listening, and you're one of those bunch of people who has nothing better to do. Poor little guys, big old mean women really got these guys as a big old mean. Well, I'm guaranteeing that's you and your fat ass. I'm betting you top the scales at over 200 pounds. Little Freudian slip there on your part, honey. Won't kiss their asses while waiting on them hand and foot saying, yes, sir, no, sir, please, sir, could I have some more? Ran on, fellas. You're just giving us more power. No, we're not. Because we're not giving you our resources and we're walking away from you. What gives you power is our money. But you're not getting it, honey. I think she's done. Next comment from the Red Marksman 1 week ago on why women invade male spaces. You are too angry for a philosopher. You sound more like a preacher. That's very interesting. People think, this is so funny. I don't know why people get hung up on my name. It's just a name. If I named myself VW Car Guy, would you be like, would you like be calling me a bad example of a VW car? What? I mean, what the fuck? It's just a name, you idiot. Ay, and they think they're actually hurting my feelings with that one. Please. And this next comment is from a Gabriel Othieno on my video, Marriage is Bad for Men, which it is. MGTOW Philosopher. If perhaps you get older, who will help you in your daily activities and not your children? Okay, so not a hate comment, but not a positive one either. Neutral, I guess, but I wanted to answer it. Who'll help me? Nobody. I save for my retirement. I mean, what are you talking about? Hey, kids help me. Are you kidding me? I'm actually not stupid. I invest in my retirement. I'm investing right now. And by the time I'm 65, I'll have quite a penny saved up. And I'll be able to live 15 years easy without having to work and still live comfortably by the time I'm 65. And if I live to 80 and I run out of money, well, I could go back to work part-time. So what? A lot of old guys working in fucking banks, security cards or something, which I wouldn't do because I'm a professional. What I'm saying is, even when you get older, and I might still work part-time when I get older, just to have something extra to do, and because I enjoy my work. So I could live, by the time I'm 65 or so, 15 plus years, and not even have to work, and I'll probably still continue to work part-time. So what the fuck do I need kids to take care of me? Get the fuck out of here. Next comment by us. You see, I actually plan for my future, unlike a lot of morons who just fritter away their money and spend it on bullshit. Next comment from a Scott Lewis on fat women and why men hate them. Downloaded the actual graphic from the source website. You should have just upped your... You do know that videos, there's like a little cog-looking thing in the lower right-hand corner of each video, and you click on it, and you can increase the quality all the way up to 1080dp or something, so you can get high definition. You just don't know how to do that, so you downloaded the original. Stupid of you, you dummy! But anyway, video is way too long, and the subject is kind of obnoxious. So what? Who gives a shit? Obnoxious. You pussy! Next, from INTJ Jen and why women invade male spaces. Okay, this isn't a difficult one. I'm a straight woman. I already know how women think. I prefer attention from men and none from women. Why would I not invade your spaces? Boo! Are you scared? No? Okay, then yeah, no, we ain't scared of your fat ass, honey. We just find you annoying and obnoxious and want you to go away because, quite frankly, you have nothing interesting to say and you just hang around and hang off our coattails and try to get attention from us. I'm going to give you attention, so you try to get more attention because you're insecure. You have a problem inside yourself, honey. If you were a secure person, you wouldn't want or need the attention of people who don't want to have anything to do with you. Next comment. From a House of Boost and my video, Ask Women These Questions. Why the fuck are you dating if you're MGTOW? Either this guy is a monk who has it in his head that there is some kind of clear ideology behind MGTOW and it only is represented by one way of approaching it, or he's not MGTOW at all, doesn't understand it. Hey, pal, MGTOW is only about a few different things because it's really all about disenfranchising women and taking away their power to essentially oppress men. So here it is. Don't live with a woman. Don't have kids with a woman. Don't marry a woman. Okay? Don't give her money, gifts, anything. Don't in any way put yourself in a position where you would have to give her money, resources, whatever. That's all MGTOW is. I've made a video about this called What is MGTOW? Class is in session. It's the channel banner. It's the video for my channel to introduce you to it. What is MGTOW? That's it. You can fuck all the women you want. Unless you're giving them money, it doesn't count. Because you're not enfranchising them. That's not what empowers women. Money empowers women, you meathead, you. Next video. Next comment from a Van Awful. Does he know his name means shit? Well, we'll see if his comment is shit. And my video, Why Women Invade Male Spaces. Women is the main subject of the channel, but you wonder why some of them, not a lot, show up here sometimes. Are you serious? The subject is MGTOW. Women are tangential, okay? So what that we talk about women's negative side a lot? Big deal. Honestly, I very rarely have went to feminist channels to comment, and only when I've done like a reply or response video that say a listener has suggested. Otherwise, I don't go to feminist channels. I don't care. I'm not an insecure person. They can say whatever the hell they want against men, about men. I don't give a fuck, which might be part of the problem. Maybe I should be hating and caring more and be angry, but I'm not. I don't give a shit. They can say whatever they want. They're not going to get my money. They're not going to get my resources. They're not going to get a kid that I then have to pay child support for. They're not going to get alimony from me. Fuck them. I don't care what they have to say. That they care what I have to say shows how insecure they are. Next comment from a Smith Raymond. We got a guy here. Maybe he's a cuck. Maybe it could be a good one. Smith Raymond 09029. Why men hate fat women. Jesus Christ. Should retitle this as MGTOW comedy. Otherwise, it makes MGTOW seem like angry juvenile men that hate women. A lot of us do hate women. A lot of MGTOW do, and they have good reason to. Are you a big pussy cuck who can't find it in you to hate women, but you have no problem hating men? You need to red pill yourself, pal, and watch my video, Should You Hate Women? And Anger and Hate Are Good. It'll teach you a lot about what hate and anger really mean as opposed to the leftist definition that you have ascribed to. Next comment from an HD Gaming Jacob04. And my video, Why Women in Combat is a Total Joke. MGTOW philosopher, don't get me wrong. We are weaker than men. Oh, it's a woman. Interesting. And we can get killed easily, and you were right. But to be honest, even though you're being true, you're being rude while saying it. Fuck off, cunt. How's that? Now that's rude. You see, you're too sensitive. Have some respect for women. Why should I? Women, like everyone else, need to earn my respect. And I don't have respect for a whole entire race or sex or anything unless they earn it. Otherwise, what the fuck am I going to respect you for? What have you done that's so special? Did you cure cancer? Let me tell you this. If every woman out there cures cancer or something, or everyone out there does something incredible, then I'll respect them. You tell me about some great accomplishment that you have made, and I'll respect you. Otherwise, piss off. P.S. Oh, Jesus Christ. She uses a P.S. We're not bitchy and won't really bring drama. Are you talking about yourself or all women? Because maybe you won't. Of course, you say that about yourself. We don't know that to be true. And how can you speak for all women? And P.S.S. I haven't even heard of Ronda Rousey, so I don't watch it too much. The fuck do I care? Next comment. John Rambo. Oh, this guy. I think I keep this guy around on my channel just because he's so ridiculous that I can't even take him seriously enough to ban him because he is a troll to the umpteenth degree and he posts multiple posts of the same goddamn comment or on 5-10 different videos at a time. But you know, he's just so marginal, I can't take him seriously. MGTOW philosopher, I know you're a homosexual supporter because it's queers that want men to hate women like you and destroy marriage completely. MGTOW is part of their agenda to do that. He spells there with T-H-E-R-E and not the not the possessive pronoun, T-H-E-I-R. To do that, you're trying to castrate men from women. No, John Rambo, you're clearly not MGTOW. I don't even know why I'm replying to this guy. He's a fucking moron. He's amusing, but I can't even take him seriously enough to reply. Next comment. Slim Shady. And my video, should you date older women, or women in the same age, basically? No. Preaching hate for cash. Good job. It's a woman, Cecile wrong comment. Whoop. Skipped there. I had to move the microphone, so I lost my place. Slim Shady, you should date older women. Being in MGTOW or feminism is stupid. MGTOW is only good for the rich, and feminism only good for fat, ugly women. I think what he's saying is that if you're MGTOW, you can't get chicks unless you're rich. So if you have money, then you can get women easily. Otherwise, you have to worship the pussy to get it. And as for feminism, it's only good for fat and ugly women. Well, that I would agree with, but the MGTOW part only being for rich men, I disagree with, because a man, he can get women without having money. He just has to lie a little bit, maybe, and that's about all. Or ignore her and play that part of the bad boy and say some shit that essentially is backhanded compliments and stuff she doesn't like to hear, and ignore her, and she'll be chasing you around. So, no, you're wrong. You know what you're talking about. But then again, you're probably a autistic social loser who can't get women. And one of those incels. So essentially, you knock what you don't understand and what you can't get and say, MGTOW can only get women if he's rich. Bullshit. And the next comment I already read, preaching for hate cash, good job. Well, Cecile, I'm not preaching hate. What I'm talking about is that hate can be a very good thing sometimes because it can motivate you out of apathy. I'm not talking about holding on to it beyond its expiration date. I'm not talking about being hateful when it's useless. I'm talking about being hateful or having hateful feelings, meaning disgust or intolerance for something when it's useful. And that can be useful. And for you to deny that just makes you a dumb, fat, stupid hippie who can't use her brain to think for herself or can't use critical thinking. You're just a dummy. And you're also spinning the leftist narrative, which has been spun by the left, mainly at men, that you shouldn't hate or feel angry, because then we might actually do something about you ruling the world and fucking it up because you're a bunch of dumb cunts that can't even balance a checkbook. Next comment from a Jason Willis, and why women invade male spaces. Should be interesting. Oh my goodness. Did I bruise the precious little man's sensitive ego by pointing out his embarrassing fucktard ignorance of history? Jason Willis. This sounds like a woman to me. This doesn't sound like a man. Let me explain something to you, dipshit. I actually care about facts and historical accuracy. Whether it's about the Catholic Church, the U.S. Civil War, Newtonian physics, or any other topic. Oh, you use the term Newtonian physics. You must be real smart. Give me some more intellectual buzzwords, baby. You obviously don't. Who says you do? What, I'm supposed to take your word for it? Give me some proof that you understand these things. Oh, I see. You can just say it and it's true. Leftist here. You obviously don't. But that's just your problem and your moral and intellectual deficiency. Ooh. And he, she even spelled deficiency right. Amazing. And for that, you have my pity and sincere heartfelt condolences. Go out to your immediate family. They're all dead for the most part, assuming they haven't disowned you already. Well, it's just a bunch of ad hominems. It's nothing more than critical theory and ad hominems. There's nothing here that's an argument. Being a fanboy of any kind has nothing to do with it. You're snarky, snotty, pretentious. Oh, 3 adjectives in a row. Woo! Attitude does you no favors whatsoever, and only further serves to compound your idiocy, arrogance, and assholery. And 3 more. Wow. What is it, about 20 adjectives now out of 100 words? What the fuck? Alas, this is the first and last time I ever waste 20 minutes of my life on one of your retarded videos. Good day to you, sir. And good day to you, man, woman, he, she, whatever the hell you are. Next comment from Skyrim Dude 44. At my video, should men hate women? Fuck you, MGTOW philosopher, for being a dick. In your comments, replies. Oh, did I get difficult? Did I get harsh with one of my people who commented on my channel? Did I give you a hard time in a comment? Forgive me. I'm thinking I'm going to stop replying to people's comments. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I should just sit back and watch the chaos and not ban trolls and not reply to people. Yeah, maybe I will just stop replying entirely to comments. Next comment from a Sean White. And my video, Why Women Invade Male Spaces. Wow, I think that got more replies than anything else. You call yourself a philosopher, and I expect a philosophy. Instead, I get a low T with a Phil Burr. Okay. Well, you know, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I mean, there's a lot of different forms of philosophy. I don't know what... You know, this is the thing about philosophy. People expect you to sound like that Stefan Molyneux guy. You have to be very formal. You have to be very... the way you talk, it has to be very highbrow, and you can't joke. You can't be obnoxious. You can't be, lowbrow or funny in any way. Just have to sound a certain way. That's a bunch of bullshit. What a stupid stereotype. Give me a break. That shows your low intelligence and how narrow-minded you are when you believe that someone who is philosophically minded has to sound a specific way. Like you even know what a real philosopher sounds like. You don't know. Next comment by Justin Squire. Anger and hater, good. That's the video he's replying to. Sorry, bullshit. Anger leads to action. Hate clouds judgment. Hey, dummy. Anger and hate are along the same line. Anger just takes you to a place where you're completely intolerant and disgusted by something, which can be a good thing. You are talking about something called absolutes. There are not a lot of... Absolutes do exist. You know? I mean, lava, it'll burn your hand off absolutely 100% of the time if you stick your hand in it without protection. Absolutely. I don't deny that absolutes exist, but you have to be careful when talking about absolutes because they do not take extenuating circumstances into account, or changes in environment, or the unpredictability of a human behavior, and the inability to read people's minds, and the ever-changing nature of the world. So you want to be careful about talking in absolutes, and you especially want to be careful when you're talking about feelings and saying this is absolutely always wrong and this is always absolutely right. That's a mistake. I'm not indoctrinated. Sure you are. You just made an absolute statement in regards to feelings and how one should act on them. That's an indoctrinated thought if I've ever heard one, you idiot. I'm not indoctrinated. I've just killed many people. What? What is this guy talking about? Was he a former soldier or something? I've never heard a former soldier talk about killing people. They don't talk like that. My father was a war veteran, and I have no doubt that he killed a lot of people. He manned a fucking 50 caliber machine gun in a fucking helicopter, and he didn't shoot and he didn't kill people, okay? I mean, he did kill people, I'm sure, but he didn't talk about it. Nobody talks about that stuff. You haven't killed anybody, you pansy fuck. If a mate gets hit, it is anger, hate, rage. When you start making poor decisions, can be. Yeah, it depends on the situation. Situations change. There are different situations, you know, pal. All of life is not the same goddamn situation, all right? You're a leftist because you believe context doesn't matter. You haven't thought this through. You were just speaking knowledge. You were just speaking talking points that were given to you from on high, from an authority figure. You were spouting nothing than dogma. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Next comment from a pink lady again. Okay. And my video, Anger and Hater, good. What am I saying again? Did I already? I'm not sure. Let me look. Did I already respond to some of her? Yeah. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. So let's see what Pink Lady has to say in Anger and Hater, good. Anger and Hater, toxic for your health. No, they can be. Just like anything can be bad for you if there's too much of it. Chocolate can kill you, but it can also be good for you. Wine in too much of a quantity can destroy your liver, but it can be good for you in small amounts. So you're wrong. If you want to release your anger, beat up your pillows and play games, you're a dummy. There's nothing more to say about your dumb comment. Next comment from a shady bitch and my video, Women Invade Male Spaces. I know that all I have to do is get male attention is change my relationship status to single, and I'm not even very good looking. Well, you have a very high opinion of yourself, honey, and of course if you're a whore who dresses like a whore and you go out dressed like a whore to places where single men congregate, I'm sure you will get male attention. So what? If I drive around in a Mercedes and wear a nice suit, I'll get a lot of female attention. What's your point? I only watched this video because I was interested in your views. I personally don't agree with your views. Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You're just saying you don't agree, and you're not giving any arguments for why I'm wrong. Of course you agree with them. You just agreed with me with your first statement on how to get male attention, and it's everything I say about women. So yes, you do agree with me. But it's not affecting me, so I don't give a shit. If you don't give a shit, why'd you comment? Why'd you watch the video? Right. You do give a shit, but you're a power-hungry cunt, and you don't want to give the power away and let me know that you give a shit. I see. Next comment. Why women invade male spaces? God, as much as I want to support parts of this rant, I want to troll it so much more. I want to hear a version of this rant from a more level-headed, rational, and verbally superior speaker than you. Where's your argument? How am I not being rational? And what do you give me an example of verbally superior? Why don't you thrill me with your verbal superiority? Oh, I see. So what he's saying here is he's a de facto. It's so hilarious. So when you say something like that, it means that you recognize a verbally superior speaker, meaning that you're superior to me, and then you want to hear somebody who's superior to you. And when you say rational, you're implying that I'm irrational and that you're more rational because you recognize that I'm not rational or less rational than you are. Okay. Big ego much? Way to toot your own horn, buddy, by thinking you're doing it cleverly and not tooting your own horn. And by the way, people that talk like this are generally insecure. How big is your audience, pal? How many people are tuning in to hear you? None? I see. Another comment from Rhett Lloyd in my video, Why Women Invade Male Spaces. Also, you use the term cultural Marxism. You very loosely base Marxism on communism. No, I base communism on Marxism. There's a number of different types of socialism, but they all share the common trait of the oppressor and oppressed. Governmental communism is not true Oh, of course, true communism is wonderful. Yeah, the leftists like you just haven't figured out the right way to do it, but you know better than everybody else, and you're so intelligent, you figured out what true communism is and what'll work, and if you get into power, everything will be okay. What an ego on you, thinking that you not only have identified what makes socialism not work, but that you figured out a way to make it work, where for the past 100, 150 years, it hasn't worked. Nobody's been able to make it work. Better men than you, but you know even better than all of them. This guy's ego is monumental. Good Lord. Like the majority of people base Darwinism very loosely on survival of the fittest. Like this commentary makes some decent points, but your abstract thoughts are just literally ignorant. Oh, just like, ignorant. I don't even know what the hell he's saying here. The fucking typing is illegible. He can't express himself, but he's saying I need to express myself better. I see. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Nothing more than critical theory. This guy is a Marxist of the Frankfurt School. Nothing more. Next comment from an Adrian Azevedo and my video, Men Owe It to Society to Get Married. For a man named MGTOW Philosopher, you really hate philosophy. Tell me what philosophy I hate. You do understand that there are multiple upon multiple schools of philosophy, and each has a very different aspect of reality that it explores and tries to understand. There's not just philosophy. There's many different kinds of philosophy. So you need to be more specific. The fact that you don't know that shows that you don't know very much of anything about philosophy, and all this is an ad hominem attack, and it's the best you can do. And by the way, it's not a very good one. Nor is it original. It's probably trying to say the one who built or fixed the road has the same value as the person who sells the food, because without the road worker, the food would take weeks to get to the market. Yeah, this guy's a socialist. Okay, so he's talking about interdependency in a country, in an economy, in a society. Okay, pal, these people have markedly different values. If you're just looking at them from an economic standpoint and not your retarded Marxist economic model, they're not equal. Okay. The guy who makes the food has a different value than the guy that fixes the roads, okay? It all depends on supply and demand. One person's work, one person's contribution to the market will have more or less value than someone else's, and that's decided by what people want and need. I don't decide I decide individually, and then if enough individuals are making the same decisions about what they want and need, well, that's what influences the market. Now, whether or not the guy who built the roads has the same value as the person who sells the food, no. That's stupid. I'm not even going to explore this anymore because it's just more leftism nonsense. I'm not going to get into market principles and how different jobs, different contributions to society have different values. Next comment from Gaia. Gaia. Interesting. Isn't that Earth Mother or some bullshit? Goddess Earth or okay. Why women invade male spaces? Yeah, we do. Because you're trying to break up families. You're all making all women seem evil, and it's having a negative influence. Okay, so your reason for coming to male spaces is because you don't like what we're saying? Then don't listen. I don't come to female chat rooms. I could give a shit about what you're saying about us and your little channels. Who gives a fuck? Doesn't affect me. Because I have nothing to do with you. It affects all them cuck pussies out there who are giving you their time and their money. But I'm not one of them. By the way, you are evil. Come on. You are. You are evil. You are evil. If you got tired of your husband, you would divorce him. You would take all his money. You would take the kids. You would take the house. And you would make him pay you alimony, vaginamony, forever. You are evil. Fuck off. Next comment from Ali Fazli. And my video asked women these questions. What is your age, weight, and show me a picture of your mother? What does that have to do with anything? That old broad's been dead a long time now. She's not getting any older. How would that help you? So I know how you will end up. My mother? I don't even look anything like her, really. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Okay. I can't make heads or tails of that. Next comment from a Yota Marker. And my video, Psycho Lady bashes baby, no jail time. Okay, so let's see what he has to say. I'm not crazy. I am a mad scientist. He calls himself a scientist. I see no evidence of this to date. Whoop-de-doo-dah anyway. That's just one field of philosophy. And I was talking to you, you white knight, for this baby girl like some captain save a hoe white knight, taking care of some thug's child. Again, you are MGTOW infiltrated in this video. Just my opinion. What? What? What the hell? Are you crazy? This guy's fucking nuts. By the way, look up Yoda Marker. He's a Yotamarker. He's a whack job, nut, troll who says the most ridiculous thing. He's also an extremist. I'm white knighting for a baby, and that's wrong. Are you out of your fucking mind? You can't tell the difference between a little girl that's 8 months old and some grown woman with faculty and agency? You fucking moron. What the fuck is wrong with you? This guy is essentially saying that he has no problem with this baby getting beat up by her mother because she's a little girl. Yeah, we can't advocate on behalf of a little girl. MGTOW have to hate all women, even 8-month-old ones. That's what you're saying, essentially, you scumbag motherfucker, you. You are a piece of garbage. You are filth. You are a piece of crap. Good God. What an 8-month little girl, 8-month little old girl, I think everybody with half a brain and a fucking conscience would argue to protect her, and you're saying, you shouldn't be trying to protect her. She's a girl. She's a woman. She should die. You hate women to such an extreme that you essentially have no problem with an 8-month-old little baby getting beat up by a full-grown adult. You are scum, Yoda Marker. You are a scumbag piece of filth. I hope you rot. Next comment from a John Rambo. And my video, Feminist Wants Son to be Wonder Woman. MGTOW philosopher supports homosexual. This again? Homosexual. He cuts and pastes the same comment in every video. Who are just as much behind confusing boys about their sexuality. He is a piece of shit for supporting degenerates. It's nothing original here. He's just parroting the same shit over and over again. Dude. I like women just fine. I tell guys, go ahead, bang them. Just don't live with him or give him your shit. Misguided guy. Next comment from a Prince Vegeta Sama and my video, Why Women Invade Male Spaces. Idiot. Moron. Really, you were a fucking retard. Thank you. You're critical on Islam. You mean critique? Oh, boy. I think that English is not this person's second language. Your critique on Islam. You critique Islam, but say the same thing that... I'm trying to read it word for word, but I'm having to change the words and grammar because this person can't write. What it actually says is, you are critical on Islam, but say the same thing it teaches. Okay. I see. Critical on Islam, say the same thing it teaches. Women are like children. Women are immature. Women are dependent on men. But Oh, that's true. I mean, they can't make it in the real world. They get tons of welfare. 85% of welfare goes to women, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. 85% all to women. And the majority of people paying taxes and they put more in than they take out are men. So I'm right. They're dependent on men. They can't survive without men, except for the small outliers, and they are immature. I mean, what are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. Not every woman is a loser. Yeah, they are. You need to watch my new video entitled Women Are Losers, which, by the way, I'm going to have to repost because there were some editing errors, and it's not the best version. I'll be posting a new version soon that's much better. But yeah, they're all losers. Yeah, they're all losers if they have to continue to take from the system and get handouts and not stand on their own 2 feet when the feminism that they so love teaches the opposite and says you're a loser if you do those things. So, yeah, they're losers. Sorry. Take a seat, bruh. Bruh, B-R-U-A, you mean bro? You idiot. Hey, you're so stupid. You can't even write B-R-O. You take longer to write B-R-U-H. And I'm not your brother, by the way, moron. Ay. Next comment from a Delta Fox, and marriage is down 60% since radical feminism. MGTOW philosopher, you seem to be missing my point. I've been divorced 3 times. I know all about crazy vengeful women. Probably more than you. Yeah. That was a big mistake. Do not condescend to me, pal. You know more than me about what? You don't know more than me about this. That's for goddamn sure. And by the way, I wasn't stupid enough to get married, so apparently I know more than you do. I tell you twice that I agree with and support your ideas, and still you get pissed. When some meathead condescends to me, yeah, I get pissed. Next comment. Wally Phone, and marriage down 60% since radical feminism. You say F the family and F the marriage constitution, but are you willing to say F pornography and F fornication? No. Why would I fuck off those things? Pornography's great, and fornication can be nice too. Why would I fuck off on those things? They don't require me to output any money or give money to a woman who's then going to turn around and fuck me over and steal half my shit. Why would I tell pornography and fornication to fuck off? I take it you're the kind of guy who won't fuck for children or fuck for love, but you will fuck for carnal pleasure. Yeah. Yeah. You're right on the money. So what's your point? No point. Okay, you're just some crazy religious nutter, Bible thumper. I see. Next comment from an Aaron Lassard. And my video, marriage dropped 60% after radical feminism. Marriage is a selfless act in order to raise the next generation and give them the best start and teach them how to be proper. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. Give me a fucking break. Now it is a selfish act where women expect to be treated like queens, and if their standards are not met, they gladly take everything that they can because that is what that man gets for how he treated her in her own mind. Huh? I don't understand the ending. So, wait, I'm going to have to reread that. Are not met, they gladly take everything they can get because that is what that man gets for how he treated her in her own mind. I don't understand. Next comment. Jeff Daniels and, my channel comment section. Okay. So in my channel comments, this is a long one, entitled Take Back Traditionalism. What do you think of this? MGTOW philosopher. MGTOWs are the real traditionalists. I think that's stupid. But he seems to give an argument here, which is good, so I can tear it apart. Most people don't leave arguments of any kind because they're pussies, or they don't know how to form an argument. The reason people are even MGTOW is because of a lack of traditionalism in women and cultural Marxism. What? Well, if there is no traditionalism in women in cultural Marxism, and MGTOW is because of a lack of traditionalism, you're saying that because there's a lack of traditionalism that we are traditionalists? Well, that's a stupid argument. You have to tell me now how we are traditionalists. But that you created no correlation between the two of one leading to another. That doesn't make sense what you just said. I can't stand these traditionalists who attack real traditionalists like you and me. Jeff, you have mistaken me. I'm not a traditionalist in any way, shape, or form. You've mistaken my arguments. I think marriage is bad for men, and I think marriage was bad for men even before feminism. I think it was bad for men. It was good for women. Women were just pissed because they were bored in the house. That's all. They were bored. They weren't oppressed. They were bored. Okay? That's why women of today are actually less happy than women of 50 years ago. There have been polls. There have been studies done. They are objectively less happy. This has been scientifically proven. Women were more happy when they were housewives, okay? Men, by the way, are happier now than they were before because we were chained to a woman and we had to essentially serve her and serve her little brats, those kids, and we had to work our asses off to feed them and clothe them and give them a house. We served them. We were oppressed by them, and now we're free. So, the person who got more out of it was the woman, and that's why she's less happy now. So I'm in no way a traditionalist. You have mistaken me, who are only going our own way because women aren't women anymore. No. No. And they were hypnotized by culture, Marxism, and the Illuminati. Illuminati? Whoa, what? Okay, I'm skipping over that. To no longer honor her womb and appreciate her divine biological function, create life, and be a beautiful feminine goddess who complements her strong masculine husband. Okay. I support you in MGTOW because we have boycotted marriage until men are masculine and women are restored to being those feminine goddesses that feminists hate so much, even though they aren't equal in the same areas. Then they're not equal. There is no such thing as overall equality. Equality applies to very specific things. You can't simply say that men and women are equal because that's a lie, and it's not specific enough. Equality is a very specific moniker, and it applies to very specific traits and qualities. You can't use it that way. They're equal in value. No, they're not even objectively equal in value, and especially not in a market value type environment. They're no way equal, which is proof that feminism hates women as the anti-god. Oh, boy. And do you think that we should replace the MGTOW label with something like TBT, Take Back Tradition? No. You don't even know what MGTOW is about. MGTOW is not about taking back traditionalism. I know that some MGTOW want to go back to a traditional form of marriage. I don't think they understand what a prison it is. But, yeah. I say this because it will separate us from the people who give MGTOW a bad name. No, I don't think that's a good idea. Because I don't want to take back traditionalism, because I don't want to be married to some cunt, okay? I don't want to have to serve somebody, all right? I think that the traditional family is actually a bad format, a bad system. It worked for a couple thousand years, but I think the systems change. I think the countries change, cultures change, people advance, people evolve. I think that new systems are required, and I think there's probably better ways to do things than the traditional family. And the reason why we are going our own way is because the laws allow women to not be women anymore. Yeah. Well, that's true. I just don't agree with you on the traditionalism part, and you should look up my videos. I made a video called Traditionalism is Bad for Men. You should watch it. Maybe it'll change your mind. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch Aaron Clary's video, Abusing MGTOW. I also recommend watching Paul Joseph Watson's video about neo-masculinity and why men are frightened of marriage. Nah, great videos. Or what do you think of my suggestion for this MGTOW label? If you think it's stupid, can you explain why? I just did explain why, okay? Because I think traditionalism is essentially a bad thing for men. I think that people have gotten this narrow-minded view of what's best or not. I think marriage requires too many sacrifices on the part of men. I think that people are too unhappy in it. I think it's not a good model. I think it was the only model that was, viable for a long, long time, but the world has changed. We've become so advanced technologically. We're reaching new heights of intellectual exploration and scientific explanation, and we're becoming more and more enlightened, at least some of us, every day. And so I think that there are better models to focus a society around the traditional family. Maybe I'm wrong, but I tend to think that something that makes people that unhappy and requires that many sacrifices probably isn't the best way, and there is probably better. All right, so let's move on to the next comment from a Sagat. And my video, What's the Wall Women Don't Know? Half of me respects you. The other half wants to break your nose. It must be that picture of Halle Berry. Oh, people really get upset about that with her teeth missing and shit. At least it looks like her teeth are missing and she's got only gums there. It's hilarious. Next comment from a Sophia IM. And my video, Update on Psycho Lady Who Bashed Her Kid. I don't believe in eye for an eye punishment. Violence shouldn't be the solution for anything. That's the whole point. What? Violence shouldn't be the solution for anything. This is another absolutist. Hey, honey, you've been watching too much fucking Gandhi movies and reading too much of Gandhi and fucking Buddhist shit. Violence is sometimes the best solution. Somebody punches me in the face, the best solution to stop them is to punch them back and knock them the fuck out. What do you think? Violence is never the solution to anything? That's a stupid view. When it comes to people's actions in moral and ethical situations, absolutes are very tricky things, honey. Okay? And in those situations, the only absolute that might apply is to not try and apply absolutes. Because there's context to every situation. Sometimes violence is called for, sometimes violence is not. You're one of these dumb leftist hippies who has looked at violence and then labeled it something that is it's evil. It's evil, just like hate and just like anger are evil. Yeah, you're drawing off all this Zen Buddhist bullshit hippie nonsense from the 60s. I think you've taken too much acid, honey. Sometimes violence is a perfectly reasonable response, and sometimes it's a perfectly correct response, and sometimes not. There's nothing inherently wrong with violence. It's how you use it that is wrong. Obviously. Next comment from a Moti Barsky. Update on psycho lady who bashed kid. White knight philosopher? Again, a man who hates women so much that he wants 8-month-old babies to get beat up, and no man should stand up for them. You are scum, pal. You should go live with Yoda Marker. He's a piece of shit, just like you. Next comment from a Beth K. Bose. And my video, Why Women Invade Male Spaces. And by the way, there's 3 comments from this Beth. And I wasn't going to post them. I was running out of room, but they were so funny. And they each got worse and worse, like she was having a conniption fit. So I figured, what the hell, I'll end on a high note. So Beth Bose says, the reason we are going into MGTOW spaces is exactly this. And she has an exclamation point, of course. Women love exclamation points. You fucking lie about everything about us, you motherfucker. I threw the motherfucker in there because that's just what it sounds like she's thinking from her tone. You think we don't grow past 7. I think some women do grow past 7. Maybe they get to 10 or 12. I mean, there's like the uber brilliant ladies that would be like the wise crones of the dark ages. Oh, she's old and so wise. Yeah, she has the wisdom of a 12-year-old. Yeah, so yeah. I think some women might make it that high in maturity, but otherwise, no. You don't grow past 2. Wrong, honey. 2-year-olds are not as well spoken as I am. Always on that tit, trying to get back in that vagina. Really? I don't think there's any vagina that could hold me. Wouldn't the woman like just explode into a million pieces? I'm a pretty big guy. You males are violent rapists and murderers. You're a feminist. You're a third-wave feminist. I love it. You're just all hyperbole and character attacks and critical theory and man hate. Wonderful. You're violent rapists and murderers, and you whine about us being shallow gold diggers. Right, so when you whine, like you just did, calling men violent rapists and murderers, that's not whining. Women don't whine, but men whine because they're supposed to be strong and above that. But you're a weak, pathetic woman, so you are not above that. You are beneath a man, essentially, in your own words, because whining is okay for you, but we men should be above that. So you admit that we're superior to you when you whine and essentially call us whiners, but it's okay for you. Okay, about us being shallow gold diggers, whom are evil in nature. You lie about statistics. I don't lie. This is the facts are evil bullshit. I don't lie about statistics, you dumb bitch. I'm just doing simple math that you don't like. And of course, as a woman, you can't really do math, generally speaking. So, you get angry about statistics that you don't understand, and you call them hate facts. That's a hate fact, you motherfucker. My skin is black? Fuck you! That's a hate fact, motherfucker. I'm cackling with glee. This is great stuff. You lie about statistics to sound more profound. I don't need to lie to sound profound, honey. I'm just naturally profound sounding. In your lying bitch fest. Not a single word about us that you say is true. It's all true, and that's what you can't stand. And that's why you're here denying all of it and decrying what I say. If it was all lies, you wouldn't care. But you preach it like gospel. Baby, it ain't dogma, it's fact, so it ain't gospel. You ruin perfectly good loving relationship. There's no such thing as a good loving relationship. Get out of here. Between men and women. Come on. By whispering in the male's ear, cheat on her. Everybody is doing it. get you done. She'll end up cheating on you. I don't tell guys that. By the way, I don't tell men to cheat on women. I think if you're in a monogamous relationship, it's a bad idea to be in a monogamous relationship. And if you're in a monogamous relationship, you shouldn't cheat because there's no point to be in a monogamous relationship if you're not being monogamous. I don't tell guys to cheat at all, you dummy. Defeats the point of being in a monogamous relationship. But of course, there's no real point to being in a monogamous relationship. I try saying that 12 times fast. So, I don't tell guys to do that. So you're wrong. I don't know who you're talking about, dummy. Which is a lie. Males are still 7 times more likely to cheat on women. That's not true. Show me the statistics for that. Show me the statistics. You made that up. You see, when I talk about statistics, guess what? I actually post sources. I post sources, so I open myself up to being actually attacked on my facts. You don't post a source. So what you just said, it means nothing to me. Fuck off. Next. Oh my God. Males are 7 times more likely to cheat, rape, steal, murder, molest children. This woman's a feminist, and that's not even true. None of this is true. Men are not more likely to molest children. It's 50-50. That's a fact that you actually should look up instead of just making shit up. Murder? No, men are not more likely to murder. This is nonsense. I mean, maybe statistically they do, but not 7 times more likely. Steal? Have you seen how many women are kleptomaniacs? Get the fuck out of here, more likely to steal. Please. You even have rich broads running around kleptos stealing shit just for the thrill of it. And rape? Ay. I gotta move on. Next comment. The stupidity of it is just shocking. Also from Beth K. And why women invade male spaces. It gets better because she starts ranting even more. You have no balls, you spineless little toddlers who bitch about us going our own way. Bitching about who? Women are not going their own way. She can't write. Maybe she's I don't know what the hell she's talking about here. But can't just go your own way. Women are not going their own way, honey. Nobody goes their own way from free money and free goodies, okay? People only go their own way to get away from bitches like you. You have to make up lies of why you did. I don't want anything to do with you or any other male. You're a third wave whale. You're a third wave land whale, and no men want to have anything to do with you. So, of course, you claim that you don't want to have anything to do with them. Right. Okay, honey. I just can't stand your lies and double standards. Right. What lies? No, you can't say. Okay. We can't go our own way. Only you can. That's right. Because you need us. That's right. Are you married? Have you ever been married, honey? Huh? Do you stand on your own 2 feet? Ever gotten welfare? Yeah. I'm sure the answer to those is all yes. So don't tell me that you can go your own way. You ain't going anyway. You ain't going anywhere away from men. And any woman who wants to be single without kids is a lying bitch whore. So you're a single mother. Oh, well then you're a piece of crap who's getting alimony, who's getting child support, who's getting welfare from the state, but you're going your own way, right? My ass. Women can't live without those. And if a woman is feminist, it's because no one wants her? That's right. That's absolutely right. Because women can get sex with the snap of a finger unless they're a big, fat, disgusting slob. And those big, fat, disgusting slobs say it's because they just don't want men. Meanwhile, they take all that fucking money from men and from the state, and then they say they don't need men. Get the fuck out of here. That's exactly equal to saying you're MGTOW because no women want you. No, it's not. It's not at all equal. Because men go their way for different reasons. Men go their way because of ugly fat bitches like you who we would have to live with and put up with, while women like you go your own way because no man wants you. Very different. It cuts both ways. No, it doesn't. You mentally disabled primate. See, this is where you make a mistake. This is the typical woman, egalitarian, believing in equality. Men and women are the same, so our reasons for doing things are always going to be the same. Yeah, if we're doing the same thing, it's for the same reasons, right? Oh, okay. Wrong. I got asked out 3 times in one night the other day despite my fake wedding ring set and keeping my head in earphones. Yeah, we had... So what? And by the way, we only have your word for that. So... that doesn't impress me anyway. Who cares? Not getting a man is not the issue. Hey, you're a cunt. No man wants you. Please, once they found out you had kids, no way. You would see those dinner invitations quickly retracted and your text messages ignored. The fact you all end up cheating and stealing from me is, oh, your husband cheated on you, huh? Well, that's your fault, honey. You should have given him better head, and you should have given him better sex, and you should have been overall a better wife. I can't blame him for cheating on you. I wouldn't want to be near you. You must have really put on one good act to get that guy to put a ring on your finger. And, of course, then you chunked up. You cut your hair short. You became a nagging, complaining bitch. And then you wonder why he cheated on you. That's why, dummy. So you have zero ground to stand on. Oh, I just gave you a bunch of ground, honey, that I'm standing on, while you are basically sinking in quicksand. You haven't been right about a single damn thing you said. Males are the monkey branch and gold diggers. The majority of men make more money than women, and we don't get with women for resources or security. So that's wrong. And you saying it doesn't make it true. You're all too pathetic to realize it, calling us shallow and saying our expectations are too high if we want equality to what we put in a relationship. What? I don't cheat, use violence. I have a job, education, my own house and car. Oh, well, you're homely. I see. Well, now we see you're homely. All right? So you're homely. And maybe you never got married. Maybe some guy just knocked you up, and you wanted to get knocked up, and then you used him knocking you up to get somebody to pay for your kid. Women like to do this. They'll bang a guy, save their own child support. Say they're on a birth control, but they're really not, or they'll poke holes in the condom just so they can get somebody to pay for 18 years. It's much better than just going to the sperm clinic where you have to pay a high price for the sperm and the medical procedure to get it implanted in you. Why not just go get a guy that might have some money, fuck him, and then you get the sperm and you get the baby you want, and you also get somebody else to pay for it. That's what this bitch probably did. I can't imagine she'd get a husband. I have a job, education, my own house and car. Good for you, you big, fat, ugly slob. No man was going to give you those things. You had to get them yourself. Pay my own bills. You say that like it's an accomplishment. But I'm somehow a gold digger. You ain't. Because you're a big, fat, ugly pig. No man would pay for you. Only good-looking chicks are gold diggers. An opportunistic, shallow bitch if I expect the same from him. Well, fuck you. That's why I'm going my own way. Why would I want to become a house hoe? Yeah, because you're above doing housework, right, honey? The truth is, no man would want you and put you in a position to do housework, okay? No man would even want your big, fat, ugly ass as a maid, because who wants to come home to some shitty-looking, ugly maid cleaning his house? I mean, unless she's really cheap. But I doubt you would be cheap, and you'd probably complain about having to do housework even if you got paid. So nobody would want your ass. Men get from marriage a cook, a maid, laundry service, a nanny, dishwasher, a sex slave, a grocer, another paycheck, and much more. What are you talking about, the 50s? A man hasn't gotten any of those things for at least 50 years. First of all, Western women don't cook anymore, okay? They don't clean. They don't do laundry. As far as being a nanny, the only time that would apply is if they didn't have a job, and then that is your fucking job, okay? And in return, you're getting free money, you're getting a roof, you're getting clothes, you're getting food, you're getting free cable, you're getting free electric, you're getting free water, you're getting everything for fucking free. That's payment enough, honey. So what are you complaining about? And if you are working and bringing a paycheck home, well, that's different. Then you and your husband would need to sit down before you get married and negotiate who does what, based on who makes how much. The person who's making more money certainly shouldn't be doing as much around the house. And if he makes 80% of the money and you make 20, you need to be the one doing the majority of the housework. If you don't like that, that's too bad. That's reality. And it in no way makes you a slave to him, because by your logic, if you're a slave to him, then he's a slave to you, because he's going to work every day to pay for all your shit. So your logic seems fucked up. But of course, because you're a woman and you have no logic, women get nothing. Really? I love this. Let's just read this list. Women get nothing from marriage. She slipped it around. She's such a dummy. It's so stupid. Women get nothing. Dashed dreams, a useless diploma collecting dust. They give up their careers. Well, how much fulfillment does that career really give you when it's been objectively proven through study after study that women are less happy now than they were in the 1960s? How much is it really worth? What is your career really worth? I mean, you women don't, by and large, get jobs for your skills anyway. The majority of jobs you get because you're a woman. You don't get it because you're skilled or have any real ability. You get it because you're a woman. You are nothing more than an affirmative action hire, and they could always find a man who'll do the job better. So you're just there to shuffle papers and make the company look good. How much of a contribution to that is to the world? How much of a contribution is that? You get to go out and fulfill some dream of being some powerful career woman. All the while, you're just stealing money. You're stealing money and resources from men because there's always somebody out there who could do it better, and you weren't hired on your merit. In most cases, you were hired just because you have a vagina. Meanwhile, your kids are getting raised by nannies and daycare and the fucking public school system, and they grow up to be scumbag losers. I see. And which is more important, raising the next generation or fulfilling your selfish wants when your biological role is already set out before you to be the caretaker of their children? Oh, but you resent that. You resent, womb inside me. No, I don't want it. Too bad. That's reality. And I know you have penis envy and you want to be a man, but you're not a man. So dash dreams. Maybe you had the wrong dreams, honey. Maybe feminism filled your head with bullshit that has made you unhappy. Gave you expectations, gave you bullshit dreams that are not realistic. Maybe if you did set your sights a little more realistically, you'd be happier. As for a useless diploma collecting dust, well, once the kid gets old enough to go to school, you can work. And when the kids are grown up, you can work. They give up their careers. Yeah, not that big a thing to give up. How many women have great careers? Not many compared to men. And again, you're nothing more than an affirmative action hire, so you think you're all big and important at work. No, you could be replaced in a heartbeat. Never see daylight. What? What, are you living in a cave with no windows? What the fuck? You mean you never see daylight? You're talking about marriage 150 years ago. And even then they saw daylight. They had windows, you dumb bitch. No more date nights. What do you mean, no more date nights? Because you're married? What am I going to take you out for? We got kids at home. What is she talking about? Romance. What a dummy. A cheating spouse. He cheated on you because you're a cunt. You're a cunt. You're a nasty, ugly, lousy cunt. You're probably a lousy lay, too. You can't blame him for cheating on you. I can't blame him for cheating on you, even. You're a cunt. Their kids turned against them. When you're a cunt like you see, honey, you're blaming men for the fact that you're a cunt. He keeps his own money and uses hers. I don't see that. Because the system is set up to allow you to take all his shit when you divorce him. So what are you talking about? He doesn't even do yard work, just hires a landscaper. Yeah, because he's at work. Working all day, you dumb bitch! He shouldn't have to come home and work there, too. He paid for that house and that car and that food and that refrigerator and that carpet and everything in that fucking house. What the fuck should he have to come home and work for, too, you lazy cunt? Why don't you try going outside and doing some fucking housework, bitch? We get nothing from marriage, really. So, if you want to become a traditional housewife, you get security, you get a home for free, you get food for free, you get clothes for free, you get rent for free, you get free electric, you get free water, you get free cable. Gee, and you get a purpose in life to raise the next generation. It sounds like a lot to me. And you'll get money from him. And if you divorce him, you get half his shit. It sounds like a pretty good deal, actually. I think you're deluding yourself. Or you're too stupid to see how much it favors one side over the other. Males get it all. That's nonsense. You're a disinformation junkie. I think this woman is a paid troll. We don't even get love. You don't deserve it. From our children or our spouse. You're a big fatty who's bitter and angry. Who's going to give you love? Males should want marriage more than us. It's free slavery that's legal. You've bought in to the feminist line that there's somehow no quid pro quo in marriage. Slavery only applies when the other party is essentially making you work against your will and you are getting nothing out of the deal. Marriage is something you willingly sign up for. Being a mother is something you willingly sign up for. Taking care of that kid is something you willingly sign up for. And you get a lot of stuff in return. Free room, free board, free rent, free food, free clothes. He gives you money for a budget and to do other stuff that you want to do yourself in your free time. All the TV watching time you want. Free water, free electric. I mean, what are you complaining about? That's not slavery. That's quid pro quo. It's a voluntary transaction, and it's mutually beneficial. That's the exact opposite of slavery, you dummy. And last comment from Beth K. Why women invade male spaces. It's all in caps, by the way. And she's clearly had a blood vessel pop in her head here. Because there's like 50,000 exclamation points, and it's all in caps. We don't want you. We get nothing from you. I get my own money and live a better life without you. You know what you're doing here, honey. You're essentially trying to convince yourself of a lie. We just want you to shut your lying whore mouth and leave us the fuck alone. And she wrote ud instead of us because she was freaking out so much she hit the D instead of S. Yeah, honey, we have no problem leaving you alone. This is the room to come to, baby. Why are you yelling at us? We're walking away from you. And we're telling the truth about you, and that's really what makes you angry. Just like that John Rambo moron goes on my channel and rants. I don't give a shit because he's spouting lies. He's just a wacko. You're a wacko too. You're a wacko too. And if the things I were saying were lies, they wouldn't get you so heated. They wouldn't get you so frothing at the mouth. We got no problem leaving women like you alone, and that's what really pisses you off. And there ain't no guys asking your fat ass out. And if any guy was dumb enough to do so, like I said, he would run the other way once he found out you had kids. You shriveled up old cunt, you. And that's it for this week's edition of Haters Comments number 7. I am the MGTOW Philosopher, and I wish you a good day. Take care.